Joining me now is Florida Democratic Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy, a co-sponsor of the COVID Hate Crimes Act. Congresswoman, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate your patience while we were dealing with that breaking news out of the Middle East. Before we get to the legislation, let me just get your reaction to what we just heard come out of the Middle East and the ceasefire.
Well, I'm really grateful to hear that they had agreed to a ceasefire. I certainly hope it will hold, especially so that we can end the loss of innocent lives and resume some diplomatic conversations to see if they can't move forward from here. So glad to hear that there is a ceasefire in place.
And let's talk about the legislation. I know that it's going to have an impact, but what impact do you think it will have on the rising tide of hate crimes against the AAPI community in this country?
Well, first, let me just say, as the first Vietnamese American woman in Congress and an Asian American, it was really wonderful to be at the White House with President Biden as well as Vice President Harris, who is the first Asian American vice president, for the signing of this bill. The bill provides resources to deter and prosecute hate crime and crimes against Asian Americans. But really beyond the specific things that this bill provides for, I think what it did was it provided the Asian American community the reassurance that our fellow Americans have our back, that for the most part, Americans understand that hate crimes against any community is unacceptable. And I was really proud that this bill passed in a bipartisan way and was just signed into law.
Yeah, it passed in a bipartisan way, but last month the Senate approved the bill by a vote of 94-1. The one no vote was Republican Senator Josh Hawley. In the House, slightly different. There were 62 votes against the bill, and they were all from Republicans. Why do you think there was significantly more GOP opposition to this bill in the House? What is the argument you hear from your colleagues as to why they oppose this?
Because the House Republicans have been taken over by extremists, and they are no longer interested in working on issues that matter to the American people, and they are pushing forward with political brinksmanship games, things that they think will curry favor with the former president. Much of the hate crimes that have come out of COVID-19 were a direct result of the irresponsible rhetoric of the previous administration. And so I think they didn't vote their conscience, they voted their politics in this case.
I know that the January 6th Commission has been front and center. The bill yesterday, 35 Republicans broke with leadership to vote for the bill, but it does face a tougher road in the Senate. According to the Washington Post, there are 7 Republican senators who have signaled an openness to supporting the commission, and one senator, someone you know, Marco Rubio, is possibly one of them. What do you make, or what do you say to Senator Rubio to get him to vote in its favor?
I certainly hope he does the right thing for this country. You know, after foreign terrorists attacked our country, we came together and set up a 9/11 commission to ensure that would never happen again. We had domestic terrorists attack our place of work, the seat of our democracy. One would hope that this would be an easy decision for Senator Rubio to do the right thing to protect our country and our democracy.
I know that you've said you might challenge Senator Rubio for his seat next year. NBC News reports that your Democratic colleague, Congresswoman Val Demings, also planning on a possible run. Will you run against Senator Rubio next year, and will Congresswoman Demings enter the race? If she does, would that change your decision one way or the other?
I am still considering seriously the prospect of entering the Senate race, and I haven't yet made my decision, but it will come soon. But I'm basing my decision on how I can best serve Florida and my country, and whether I can win. And I know that I have won and held a very difficult district in Florida that's a microcosm of the state, and I've taken on and beaten incumbent Republicans in the past, and I feel like I could do it again.
And where do you think is the attention of Congress next? Where do you think it should be put when you have all of these other issues that are on the agenda, whether it be infrastructure, the hate crimes bill, the police reform bill? Where do you think Congress should be focused on?
Well, we have to do all of the above, but I'm really looking forward to working on a bill that makes significant investments into our infrastructure, as well as enabling workers to get back to work and to build our economy back stronger than it was before. And I am proud of the leadership that President Biden and this administration has provided in sketching out what is in the realm of the possible for us.
All right, Congresswoman Stephanie Murphy, I greatly appreciate your patience today as we were dealing with that breaking news live for us outside the White House. Thank you so much.